Rena was no ordinary mermaid. She was a warrior, sworn to protect her home. Her tail, usually a brilliant blue, shimmered with an inner strength. But when danger threatened, Rena transformed. Her eyes turned fierce, her teeth sharpened, and her voice could plant fear into her prey. She became a siren, a creature of myth and power. When an evil vampire threatens the young of her water world, she seeks vengeance. Rena had trained her whole life for this moment. The fate of Harmony's world, her underwater world, rested on her shimmering scales, a shadow cast by the gods themselves. By placing that vile vampire on her planet, Rena and her fated mates sought the Dragoon Throne as allies fight this evil. And Rena hunts the vampire relentlessly. Harmony wasn't just a name. It was the feeling you got swimming through its coral reefs, part of this magical world. The Grand Guardian, a giant purple octopus, is respected and revered by the water-dwelling kingdoms. Giant sea turtles grazed peacefully, their shells covered in barnacles. Dolphins chattered and played, their laughter echoing through the water. But even Harmony had its secrets. Deep down, where the sunlight struggled to reach, there were trenches and caves. Ancient creatures, some friendly, some not, lurked in the darkness. Giant octopus guards the kingdom from the deep, and it was not from this darkness that the true danger emerged. The vampire came from the surface. The vampire was not of the sea. He was a creature of the night, pale and gaunt, with eyes that burned like hot coals. The gods in their cruelty had cursed him. The vampire attacked the young of the Grand Guardian Purple Octopus, sending Rena and her warrior companions after the vampire. He craved blood, any blood, to quench his endless thirst. He sought to get the powerful Dragon Queen's blood. Intending to manipulate the Grand Guardian, he stole her young. Whispers of his arrival spread through Harmony like a current. Creatures disappeared, their bones later found picked clean. Or the vampire created his mutated minions by turning them. Panic set in. This was no ordinary threat. This was a monster, and Rena was determined to stop him. With allies from the Dragoon Throne, she wouldn't face this challenge alone.
At her side swims Coral and Jag, her fated mates, fierce warriors in their own right.
Read all about these supporting characters in the book Harmony Interrupted The Dragoon Throne by Tanya Steverding.
Available now. Escape into the pages of this spicy fated mates shifter's romance portal fantasy book.
The hunt for the vampire was long and perilous. The vampire was cunning, hiding in the shadows, striking when they least expected it. Rena refused to give up. She pushed herself and her allies to their limits, her determination fueled by the fear in the eyes of the innocent creatures they were sworn to protect. The fate of Harmony hung in the balance, and Rena would not let it fall into darkness. The vampire, sensing their presence, rose from the shadows, his eyes burning with a cold fire. The battle was fierce, a whirlwind of teeth, claws, and spells.
Coral and Jag fought with the ferocity of cornered sharks.
It was a battle of wills, a clash of light and darkness.
And in the end, it was Rena's courage, fueled by the love for her home and the unity of her allies, that prevailed.